Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to Mind Your Crypto. Today I will be updating you with Harmony 1. So let's see some major support and resistance levels as well as the price analysis. If you like the content, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell button and share. It helps me so much, guys, and of course thank you already for the support. So I think I will do a Telegram group chat in the near future. And of course you can find me on Twitter and on my personal Telegram to ask me anything you like. Let's jump back here and we got our two major supports and the third major support that plays the resistance and support role. That's why I have it with the red color here. So you can see we have one major support at 0.118 cents with the next one 0.135. And of course, our major support resistance line sits at around 0.148. And of course, I want you to focus in this red line, in this particular resistance line, which sits at around 0.180 cents. Because this is very important. As I told you in my previous videos about Holochain, we need to surpass some previous major resistance levels in order to be sure when to buy, but we will discuss that about later. Right now, these are our major support and resistance levels, guys. So now let's see the MACD. You can see here in the 4-hour frame when we had the consolidation back at 29th March, we had this huge consolidation where the blue line was so beyond the signal line for much time, like 7 days or 8 days or more. You can see here the consolidation. Now that we have a bearish market, we can see this often, guys. We have an upside down. The blue line goes upwards when we have a pump up back, and of course when the consolidation begins again, we have the blue line going beyond the signal line here as well. You can see here when we have a pump up, it goes above. When we are consolidating, goes beyond. Here a very minor pump up goes beyond, and of course a minor pump up goes beyond again. What we want to see is not to see this cross again between the signal line and of course the blue line. We need to see the blue line going only above the signal line, guys, for the next few days, but we will see about that. We will discuss later. Right now, of course, we will go into our RSI and our commodity channel index as well as the SSL. The SSL here is the green and the red lines. When the green line is above the red line, we have a buying opportunity. But that alone factor isn't enough to decide whether we will buy or not, because right now we need to check other factors as well as the EMAs, of course the moving averages, the RSI, the CCI, many more. So right now what we are seeing is when we have a bearish market, you can take profits, you can take profits. And what has Bill advised you? Bill advised you to take profits, to invest. If you want to daily trade, that's just your choice. If you want to daily trade, then when the RSI is hitting the 30 or below the 30, then it is a buying opportunity when we have a bearish market, along with the CCI when it is going beyond minus 100. That's the standard, for those two. And when they are close, we can always do a daily trade. However, we had here a situation where this price, we had a pump up, yet the RSI didn't hit the 30, but the commodity channel index went below the minus 100. And here as well, here you don't want to buy because the pump up will be just small. You can see here it was small. Back then it was higher. You can see here the pump up from 12th April was pretty small, but you can take profits even in bearish markets. That's most of the times what people don't tell you and don't know about. Of course, professional traders, of course, know about and know much more than me, but right now we can see. And what I like here about the RSI and the CI in the current situation for Harmony is that we are hitting, guys, new higher highs, new higher lows, even for the RSI. You can see here, I don't want the RSI to go even more. I want to stay above this low here. I want the RSI of this here arrow to stay above. Okay, so I don't want the commodity channel index to hit minus 100 again. So we are making higher lows, but how can we see that? Through the RSI and the commodity channel index. And when we have a bearish market, you always have to remember when it is getting close to 30 or below 30, then we are seeing a minor pump up. How do you sell though? You always have to have profit targets, okay? You always want to have profit targets. For example, you can buy here and you have a 10% profit target. So you don't want just to daily trade and of course say something like, oh, it will go upwards again and oh my god, yes, that's it. No, we need to make new higher highs and new higher lows, of course. So right now, that's it for the SSL. Of course, for the SSL, we don't have a buying opportunity here, but it's okay, guys. We need to see other indicators as well, because the SSL gives us a good buying opportunity, a good selling opportunity, but we need to check it along with other indexes as well. So let's go to our Bollinger Bands and the MACD, but of course I will focus guys, in the 1 day, in the daily frame. Right now we are in the 4-hourly frame. You can see here the Bollinger Bands. You can see the high volatility we had back then at 22nd March, and you can see how we extended the Bollinger Bands and we went just inside. When we extend, we have high risk. When we go back inside, it's all okay. When we have a pump up, you want to buy here, you want to buy here, of course, and you want to buy here, but you have to be very careful as we approach the top, because you can see the angle of the tops gets more horizontal as we approach the tops, okay? So right now, what you want to do is to be careful when we have a very high volatility, and that's what we had in the previous days for Harmony. Right now we might get into a squeeze point, and you can see here the total buying opportunity. Of course, with the Bollinger Bands, it went beyond the Bollinger Bands, the price went beyond the bottom Bollinger Band, and of course it went up again. Of course it went up again. When it extends, it goes beyond, the bottom Bollinger Band, then it will go back up again. But right now we saw the MACD in the 4-hour frame. Let's discuss a bit about the daily frame, and here we can see this more clearly. And the SSL, in my opinion, guys, works better in the daily frame. The SSL is safer in the daily frame. Right now we are having this much consolidation in the MACD. You can see here where we had this cross back at 1st April. This wasn't a joke, unfortunately, when we had this bearish cross, and right now we go beyond, okay, the blue line goes beyond the signal line, the orange line. That means we are still in a bearish market, okay? So you have to be careful, of course, but when we are so much into a consolidation mode, we might have a buying opportunity as well, because the tables might turn and the blue line might go above the signal line, of course, okay? So right now, what we need to see is the blue line going above the signal line, and now the green line is beyond the red line. What we know is that we don't want to invest here. Is that always the scenario? No, guys. Of course, we need to check other indexes as well. So right now, let's proceed to our one against Bitcoin to see some things more clearly. We're in the 4-hourly frame. It does the same. It kind of does the same with the USD, but it is now forming a higher low. We need to see, we need to be sure that this will land in a higher low. Okay, this here, back on 12th April, back on 14th April, and of course 16th April, we need to see higher lows. And of course you can see here the bearish cross between the 50-day EMA, guys, and 30-day EMA and 20-day EMA. You can see the bearish cross. That's why here we had this bearish scenario. we went down. Okay, so right now what we want to see is the 50-day EMA going again beyond the 20-day EMA and the 30-day EMA. Like here, we want to see this crossing back, and of course the 20-day EMA and 30-day EMA going above again, because when we see this bearish cross, unfortunately we go beyond. But of course guys, of course this is not the end, because when we see this bearish cross, we can always take profits if we do daily trade. But I don't suggest you do that if you are new to the trading and investing. I don't suggest doing daily trade for beginners, because it is very, very risky and you should know some more details. I don't do daily trade even myself, guys. So right now, let's see if we can maintain, of course, this support level, this major support level here, and if we can see again this cross here where the 50-day EMA, the red line, will go beyond the two other lines. That's what we want to see here, of course, and the 50-day EMA has to stop being the resistance guy. Okay, so right now we need to see the other things moving upwards, but I like here, I personally like the lower high here. If we can do this, then it will be a good scenario, but right now we don't have any buying opportunity for one against Bitcoin. At least let's go to the daily frame. As I've told you many times, guys, we need to let the 20-day EMAs and the 30-day EMAs and the 50-day EMAs to reach the price in the daily frame. So right now that's what we are seeing. We saw here this high, huge distance. I'm always talking about when we have this huge distance, then we have a high risk, okay? And of course it might be a good selling opportunity. But right now, what we are seeing is that the 20-day EMA reached the price, the 30-day EMA reached the price, and the 50-day EMA reached the price as well. What we don't want to see here is the 20-day EMA going beyond the 30-day EMA, and of course, we need to keep the 50-day EMA under the two other EMAs, okay? So right now we need to see and let the 50-day EMA stay still beyond the two other lines. So for the daily frame, we are still good, but of course we don't want to see the cross. We don't want to see a furthermore consolidation for one against Bitcoin. And we will hit now the one against USD, the 4-hour frame, and our price analysis as long as the VWAP, the volume weighted average price. What it is the average price. This white line here is the average price when you combine the volume and the price. I won't go further into the mathematical details here and the mathematical type, but right now it is very important, as we use it especially in the stock market, but we can use it in the cryptocurrency market as well. What we want to see here is the VWAP to be like our support level for quite some time, but I won't stay much into VWAP. I will stay into good entry points, and what we want to see for the Harmony one to go upwards again. So right now, this of course is a very good entry point, 0.118 cents, around 0.180, not 18, 180, good entry point if we break through this line, because as I told you with Holochain, as I told you with other coins, as I advised you guys, we need to surpass previous highs so we can make new higher highs. That's what happened with Aave, okay? That's what happened with much more coins. And what you need here to see is the 30-day, the 50-day EMA going beyond here the 20-day and the 30-day EMA. Right now you can see here, due to this price action, the 30-day EMA almost went, look at this, it is upon each other. The 20-day EMA and the 30-day EMA are upon each other. So we need to see these two lines, the 20-day EMA going above the 30-day EMA as well. So these are pretty good entry points. What other entry points do we have? if we cross this line here, 0.165, then you can put some money, but I would suggest to you to put little money, like 20% of what you would put in your total investment for one against USD, okay? So right now, you want to invest here less, you want to invest here less. In this particular moment, you want to invest less because you don't know. But the good thing here, what I really like, is that we are having the same highs, but we tend to have higher lows. Look at this. I like this, okay? I like this really, but of course, right now we don't have a clear buying opportunity. We need to see, what I need to see is the table turns like Anchor, for example, that I advised you yesterday, guys, to buy Anchor, to get in. I was optimistic that it would do good, and of course you can see today it is doing very good. Okay, so right now these are the two very, very good entry points, and we have some minor entry points right here, but of course we need to see furthermore. For me, the resistance line are the best entry points for now for Harmony 1, so I am very cautiously optimistic for Harmony, guys, and of course some things are looking good for Harmony. For those who bought at the top, don't sell here, don't sell here. Better days are coming. You just have to be patient, as I advised you, as Bill advised you with the Anchor, because I got many messages saying, oh, Anchor doesn't do well, and of course it pumped up. So it's all about being patient. When we have a good project, we need to be patient, and better days will sure to come. Just be optimistic, put a big smile on your face, guys. So thank you so much for watching today. Have a fantastic day wherever you are, and of course stay safe. See you soon with more videos. Bye.